Alrighty guys, we are currently in the truck heading to Fletcher, North Carolina to pick up my brand new kayak from the Big Adventures store factory. They are the makers of Bonafide, Native, Liquid Logic, a couple other different kayak and accessory brands. But I got my wife with me today. She's going to be my camera woman, my helper. She'll be in the video later too, but we're going to be giving you guys a little walkthrough tour inside the facility, how kayaks are made, step by step, behind the scenes, everything. So, going to have a new kayak coming to the channel, so pretty excited. We're going to be there in about 35 minutes, so we'll see you guys in just a minute for you. We're officially inside the kayak shop. This is not the kayak I'm getting, but basically the same one. This is the Native Titan 12.5. They got it on sale, marked down a little bit, but pretty excited. I can't remember if I told them the 10.5 footer or the 12.5 footer, but I wanted the 12.5. But this thing's absolutely massive. Junk tray down there. Gonna give you guys the full walkthrough of everything, but we got life jackets, Liquid Logic kayaks, we got fishing gear, bait and tackle over here, Z-Man, chatterbaits, Rapalas, we got tackle storage, Plano tackle boxes, pretty much anything you need. Black packs, Yak Attack, paddles, the whole 9 yards. So anything you guys need kayak related, fish finders, electronics, motors, it's all in here at the Big Adventures. I have a discount code. I plug it right here on the screen, so if you guys want to use it, order anything online, you can use that, but definitely come give Big Adventures a try. So I'm gonna go find somebody real quick. I believe it's this size Plano edge box, this is the 3600 size. This is already integrated in the kayak. You just slide right here perfectly, and you just put this little lock down, and you don't have to worry about your tackle storage coming out. So that's a pretty cool integration they have. So it's got one on both sides, so you can put the Plano tackle boxes. We have tracks right here for GoPros, paddle holders. We have 2 in the front. And these right here for like if you wanted to mount a fish finder screen, GoPro, lots of storage right here. In the middle we have a strap, and this is made for another battery, like a 12 volt if you're running a trolling motor on the front. You can run wires. Take this out. You can run your wires to your plug-ins right here on the front. And as you guys can see, these PVC pipes right here, there's 2 on both sides, and that is for your rod storage. So if my lovely assistant will come over here and come look on this side or get on the other side over there. So these little slots right here, you can hold 2 rods, slide all the way up inside the hull of your kayak on both sides. So a total of 4 rod holders that fit flush inside the kayak, which is a pretty cool thing to have. That was one of the main features I really loved about this kayak, especially going in like rivers and creek areas where there's a lot of short overhangs and your rods would get hung up if you got them in a standard rod holder. That's pretty cool. We have the swivel seat, which as you can see on the other one we already demonstrated. Let me show you guys on the other one, because this is actually my kayak and it's not fully rigged yet. So this storage area in the back is for another battery. I'm going to be putting my 36 volt 40 amp hour Newport lithium in the back. This pops open right here. And as you can see, it's got a battery strap to hold your battery, plenty of area for a battery or just extra storage if you guys aren't running motors or anything. And that straps down, it's flush, you don't see the battery, you ain't got to worry about it. Got another plug-in area back here for more plugs for your motor. We have a little dry hatch right here. You can put your cell phone, whatever you guys might want, just in case you flip the kite. It already has some rod holders on both sides, angled slightly. It's got nice grips right here. So if you guys are ever in any areas where you need to really pull the kayak over anything or unload it off your truck, trailer, that's pretty sweet. Complete 360 swivel seat. I use this in Louisiana. Spun around the kayak a few times. Another thing I really like, just like the Native Slayer Max, it's got the pull-out junk drawer. So you're out here sitting on the seat, come over here, grab whatever tackle you need, slide it straight back in, lock her in. She's good to go. You can put the pedal drive system. Blooper reel. Anywho, sometimes my strength gets me. Okay.
Remind me of that cup.
All right. You can take your pedal drive system off if you're running motors, have much more room. This is the patented Propel system that Bonafide Native had. I have these on my Bonafide kayak already, so pretty cool, pretty cool. This one's already got the plastic plate on the back for a motor. I need to ask about, I have the Newport NT300, and I need to ask about if I need a plate on the back to mount that or not. So I'm gonna go ask real quick. We'll get back to you. The Slayer that originally got me into Native. I really like this design. It's a little more slender, but awesome kayak. Mine. It's not as dirty and as muddy as mine is because I take mine through swamps and stuff, but side note, these are like the extreme river boats that people go down. They have the sit-in and they got the sit-on editions, but the small little sit-in ones are the ones made to flip around and go underwater and down waterfalls. So we're going to give you guys a little walkthrough of the factory. I have no one showing me, so things may or may not be completely accurate if I have to tell you what's going on. But if you guys didn't know, I used to work at a kayak manufacturing company in Carrollton called Crescent Kayak, so I know slightly a little bit about kayak. So these right here are the kayak molds. Each mold might be a specific different type of kayak. These molds are then filled up with like a powdered plastic. And once it's full, it's taken over to this heat machine over here where it's heated up until it's ready to take out of the mold, scrape down, take out all the extra plastic. Pretty cool process, but let's go ahead and walk down here. Maybe I can identify some of these kayaks we got. Essentially, when a kayak comes out of the mold, it's basically blank, and they start adding all the accessories, attachments, and handles and everything, but this is almost essentially what it comes out looking like right here. All right, so we're about to go talk to these operators real quick and get the whole demolding process for you guys, so let's go over there. So step one was the mold section. We just went over there. After the mold has gone through the heater, it's gone over here for a cool down section, and that's what we're going to be showing you guys next in this step. I think we're about to lift this thing up with the crane, open it up, get you guys a little view of what it looks like when you pull the plastic out of the mold. Pretty cool process. Let's go. So he told me he essentially takes the powder and puts in like blue, black, basically in even amounts. Then they put it into the heater, and he says it turns at a super slow speed. And when it does, it's just kind of mixing that powder up, causing it to be that multi-blend color. So we're about to go add the color and powder to the mold now. thought that was pretty cool. So I was pretty interested on how the logos come out of the mold already on there. And they have a bunch of preset logos over here. They basically attach them to the inside of the mold, and once the plastic's poured in, everything's good to go. Another cool feature is they actually insert all the inserts basically already inside the mold when it comes out. So I actually would have assumed those would have been added post, but they're actually added before, so that's actually a pretty cool feature. So all the screws, bolts, everything needed to attach motor mounts and things like that are already in there. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So if you can see, there's already some nuts over here installed inside the Kayak, and this is where your handles, motor mounts, track mounts are going to be attached to. That's pretty cool. I wouldn't have guessed that. So we're about to start pouring the plastic on this one, and then we're about to go load my Kayak and get out of here. Alright guys, time to go pick up my Kayak and load it up on the truck, get you guys a walkthrough. Follow me. Alrighty, so we just loaded the Kayak up on the back of the truck. All we got to do when we get home is do a lot of rigging. Got to rig up the seat, got to rig up the rudder on the back. I have a Newport NT 300 motor, 36 volt, 3 horsepower electric motor to go on the back of this thing. So got a lot of rigging when we got a lot of rigging, accessories and stuff to do when we get home. I plan on eventually putting LiveScope on this thing some point in the future, but I guess we'll go ahead and get on the road. April and I will grab a bite to eat, and see you guys at the house.